in still water, the speed of swimming in still water is 20 meters per second. The speed of river water is 10 meters per second and is flowing due east. So river is flowing towards east. Its speed is u equal to the speed of river water is 10 meter per second. Speed of river water. If he is standing on the south bank, this is south. So south bank, somebody is standing and wishes to cross the river along the shortest path. Along the shortest path. The angle at which he should make his strokes with respect to north is, he has to swim through this from south to north, he has to cross. What is the shortest path? We know the shortest path. This is the shortest path. But in a running water, you cannot travel like this. If you travel like this, you will go like this. Why? Because the river is flowing from west to east. That's why this flow will bring him towards east. Suppose he is 10 minutes he is traveling to cross this means, even though he tried to travel like this means, in 10 minutes, 10 seconds, suppose he took 10 seconds to cross this river means, in 10 seconds, the river will flow 10 meters. That's why this distance will be 10 meters. Suppose he took 10 seconds to cross this river means he will be here, not here. So, at what angle? Suppose instead of swimming directly perpendicular to this flow, he can try this way. Instead of doing this way, he can try this way. If he try to move this way, this angle we have to select. If we try to swim like this, because of flow, river flow, he will come here. Then it is the shortest path. So what should be the angle? What should be the angle at which he should start swimming? The speed of swimming in still water is 20 meters per second. Suppose he swims in still water, his speed will be 20 meters per second. The speed of river water is 10 meters per second. The water will flow from west to east at the rate of 10 meters per second. He is swimming at the rate of 20 meters per second. If he is standing on the south bank and wishes to cross the river along the shortest path, this is the, mathematically this is the shortest path, but he cannot travel like this. Already I told you, if you try to travel like this, from A to B, if he travels from A to B means he will be here somewhere C, not at B. That's why he has to swim like this. At an angle, some theta, he has to swim like this. Actually, he is aiming here. This C. He is starting from A. He will come to B. For this speed of 10 meters per second and his speed of 20 meters per second, what should be the angle to make it shortest path? That is the question. Here, we know that he is traveling along some inclined path. That's why this can be resolved into two components. Let us assume that his speed is V. The river speed is U. U equal to 10 meters per second. His speed is V meter. That is V equal to 20 meters per second. So he is traveling inclined. That's why this can be separated into two components. Always a vector like this can be converted into two components. One is, if you add these two values, you will get this. Vectorly, if you add these two, you will get this value. That is the meaning. If this angle is theta means, what is the value of this? suppose it is V means V cos theta. What is this value? This is actually opposite side. That's why V sin theta. So he is swimming in two directions. His velocity has two directions. One is exactly towards opposite side. His velocity is V cos theta only. Even though his actual speed is 20 meter per second, his speed towards the other bank is only V cos theta only. His speed towards against the river flow is V sin theta. So then what should be the theta? Then it must be equal to reverse speed. V sin theta must be equal to reverse speed. This V sin theta, the 20 sin theta must be equal to reverse speed. Then only you will get the shortest path. V sin theta must be equal to reverse speed. The reverse speed is 10 meter per second. This direction. He has to cross this way. He has to travel like this because of reverse speed. If he travels like this, then only he can reach this point. What should be the angle? This is the question. Here we know that the river will displace u t. The s equal to s by river equal to sr equal to ut. The river flow will take, suppose t is the time taken to cross the river, means the river displaces a distance of ut. What is the same time, what is the displacement along west direction by the swimmer? That is equal to V sin theta multiplied by time, because this velocity is V is resolved into two components. One V cos theta, another component is V sin theta. This way we can resolve. For that, I want to understand this, how we are resolving this into two components. I will explain this by a example. Suppose I want to pull this car this direction. Say this is 45 degree. This direction I want to pull. But here some 10 people has to pull this. 10 people has to pull this. But here some obstacle is there. That's why here 10 people cannot stand. But this car has to move to this way by manually. So what we can do is, we can put two ropes, one this way and another this way. If 10 people giving the same force this direction and this direction, then automatically this will come here at 45 degree. If the forces are equal, how I said 45 degree, if the forces are equal, you put this line, here. Then theta has to be found. Theta equal to opposite side 10 people, adjacent side also 10 people. Therefore, tan theta equal to 10 by 10 equal to 1. Therefore, theta equal to tan inverse of 1 equal to 45 degree. You are getting. So if you want move this way, you can apply one component along x direction, another component along y direction. These two are independent. If any change, suppose here instead of 10%, you are making this 15% here, means this angle will be changed, but there won't be any change in this direction displacement. Because these two, the angle between these two is 90 degree. Already I told this in some other class. If the two forces are perpendicular to each other, then any change in this will not affect this. If and only if the angle is 90 degree. They are independent. So here if we change it to 15 people, here if we make 10 people, means the angle will be changed, but the force along this direction will not change. Then what is tan theta? Tan theta equal to opposite side is 10 divided by 15. Tan inverse of 1 by 3. Tan theta equal to 1 by 3. Therefore, theta equal to tan inverse of 1 by 3. So, the angle is changed. Angle is now reduced to like this, tan inverse of 1 by 3. Tan inverse of 1 by 3. So if they are equal, then 45 degree. Here, if the both velocities are equal, suppose this sum is like this, his swimming speed is 20 meters per second, river flow is also 20 meters per second, means without any hesitation, you can select 45 degree. This example, from this example, if both are equal, then automatically you will get 45 degree. So here, this is 20, this is 10, that's why we have to find. Theta we have to find. Here, ut and v sin theta t are equal because river displaced by river velocity into time. The same time, what is the displacement by the person is v sin theta multiplied by t. That's why ut equal to v sin theta multiplied by t. T getting cancelled. Therefore, sin theta equal to u divided by v. U is reverse velocity, that is 10, divided by v is person's velocity, that is 20, that is equal to 1 by 2. Sin theta equal to 1 by 2 means theta equal to 30 degree. Theta equal to 30 degree. That's why he has to swim at a 30 degree to this. This angle must be 30 degree. If the angle is 30 degree, then he will travel shortest path. His travel will be shortest path. In vector calculus, what we are doing is, suppose we are having a force like this, means it is resolved into two components. One is I component, another one is J component. So these two are independent. You have to apply all rules for this separately, then finally add the answers. That is the reason. Suppose this is some angle. You are having velocity towards I, velocity, along J direction. Solve the sum for I separately, J separately, then finally add these two, you will get the final answer. That is vector calculus.